This is an eye, a human eye. I am your humble narrator, Chris Carell. It is a fine spring day in the year 2023. Follow along on our journey towards knowledge as we explore 18 structures of the human eye. Let's get started. The cornea is a front transparent part of the outer protective layer of the eye, represented by this piece of tape and this piece of plastic. Its bulging curvature provides the major refraction or focal strength of the eye. Light enters the eye and is refracted by the cornea before it reaches the lens. The sclera is the tough white fibrous outer protective layer of the eye. It provides structural support and protects the inner structures of the eye. Not pictured, the conjunctiva is a clear membrane that covers the sclera and also lines the inner portion of the eyelids. It protects the eye and keeps it moist. These orange and red rope-like structures are the muscles that move the eyes. The optic nerve, in yellow, is the bundle of fibers that carry vision-related impulses from the retina to the brain. The iris is the colored portion of the eye. Here, it's blue. It contains the pupil and controls the amount of light entering the eye by enlarging or minimizing the size of the pupil. In between the iris and the cornea is the anterior chamber. The aqueous humor, this glass bead, it's the watery fluid that fills the anterior chamber and provides some of the nutrition for the surrounding parts. It is the most comical part of the eye. That was a joke. Ha ha. The canal of Schlemm in orange is a collection canal that delivers the aqueous humor to the venous system of the body. The trabecular meshwork in red is a filtration band circling and adjacent to the outer rim of the iris, where aqueous fluid flows through before it enters the venous system via the canal of Schlemm. The pupil is the round hole in the center of the iris through which light passes. The pupil ordinarily appears black because there is very little light coming from the dark chamber behind it. The pupil is a hole. It's not something you can touch. Now, let's open our model. The next layer is the choroid. In brown, it is a dark pigmented layer between the retina and sclera, consisting primarily of blood vessels which provide nourishment to the retina. The next layer, in yellow, is the retina. It's the inner lining of the back chamber of the eye, which contains the photoreceptors, rods, and cones that receive light rays and convert them into electrical impulses, which are relayed to the brain. The vitreous humor, this cotton ball, is a clear jelly-like substance that fills the posterior segment of the eye behind the lens. It is not as funny as the aqueous humor. Another joke. The lens, this piece of tape, is the resilient transparent structure behind the iris that focuses light by changing its curvature. The wires coming off the lens represent the suspensory ligaments, thin fibers which connect the lens to the ring of ciliary muscle, in purple, which control focus by changing the lens shape from thin to thicker. The ora serrata is this rigid line in brown. It is the area of the inner eye where the retina ends and the choroid layer of the eye can be seen. The gray area represents the macula, a small thinned out area of the retina consisting almost exclusively of cone photoreceptor cells. The fovea centralis is the little dot and is the center of the macula and has the highest concentration of cones. The optic disc, in black, also known as the blind spot, is the head of the optic nerve, where ganglion cell axons exit the eye. There are no photoreceptors at the optic disc, making it the anatomical blind spot of the eye. Thank you for watching and learning about 18 structures of the eye. Remember to take care of your eyes and visit an eye doctor regularly for checkups.